Hi, let me show you a quick demo of N360i in terms of the power flexibility it offers to the end user. Let me log into the application with an admin user which has access to all the functionality. You can, from the security standpoint, you can create any number of users, roles, and you can map those roles to the menu options in terms of whether you can read only, write, or view only, and all that stuff, where a particular user can be restricted to a certain set of data if he needs to be. Let me log into the application with this user ID admin. Now this screen shows you the whole list of companies that this admin user has access to. You can restrict the number of companies a particular user can access. Now for demonstration purpose, let me show you a company called Shaze Luxury, which is into luxury, which is into jewelry business, branded retail jewelry business. Now you go to data forms, you will see quite a few modules on the left side, which we call modules. The purchase module, there are branch issues, there's a sales, and there's a master records. Now whatever you see on the left are totally configurable and purely based on one's particular customer's requirement. You can create any number of modules, and within modules there are a set of transactions, and any number of transactions could be created. And for a given transaction, you could create any number of tabs, and within each tab I can create the kind of fields and provide the validations. Everything is flexible here, right from modules to transactions to the tabs to the fields. Now if I take you to another company which is totally different from the line of business they are into, it's a college, you will see a different set of modules altogether. Now a student master, it has a student master, and it has a form which can exactly match with their existing practice, and tabs are specific to them. Now let me go back and show you, select this company and show you how to create a new module from the existing module. From what we have, let's create something new and show you quickly how easy it is to create a module. I go to Design Studio. Now Design Studio is a place where you configure the whole system, the whole application. It has 4-step process: model, then you integrate, collaborate, personalize. Model, you can model all the modules, the transactions, the fields, the validations, the reports, and in the integration you have the financial accounting, the general ledger rules, how the way it has to go to the financial accounting when a particular transaction is entered in form of sales or an invoice. Then the collaborative function, you can define the rules, how it has to trigger an SMS, an email, and finally personalization, where you can define role-based access to a set of transactions, and you can define what all transactions one can see, whether you can only save the transaction, you can only view the transaction, delete, edit, print, and and vice versa, and a lot of other functionality that you can see from here. You can restrict the access to reports. So let me show you quickly how to create a new module. I go to module management. Now it shows up all the existing modules this particular company database has. I can create a new module and give a name to it. Now it shows up all the transactions on the left list box, whatever we have created. Let me create a new module, and we can drag the kind of transactions that we want from the left list of the whole master list of transactions to the new module which we are going to create. I say save. Now what we have done is we created a new module. Let me reselect the company for this new module to show up. I go to data forms, Now you find this new module that we created, and also the two transactions that we have dragged into this new module. And now let's see what kind of fields this particular. Then we already created few fields. There's some more fields here. If a user would like to create a new field altogether, he can again go to the Design Studio, go to Edit Transaction, pull up that transaction, consignment inwards, and go to the new field. The label of this field could be different from the field name. You can use a varchar, or you can change it based on the kind of data that user wants, if it's an integer or a decimal value and all. I select varchar. View the display width, the length of the field it would show up on the user interface. You can define a new tab and assign this field to that new tab. I can create function is the place where you define the validation. You have various forms of validation. In terms of manual, it's a free text, there's an auto increment, auto number, auto compute, lookup. Lookup is kind of a lookup list where you can link it up to another table. There's a dependent lookup, you can filter on the values that you want to see. Then there is a from lookup where you already have an existing lookup and you want the value from that to be automatically populated into this field. A whole lot of host of functions that you see here that we have built, and now for this demo purpose I just select manual and I click save. So what we have done is we have created a field, and now when I go to data forms and select the particular transaction and say add, so you will find this new field showing up here. Now let us see how quickly we can also create a report on top of this. Go to Design Studio, then we have something called Report Designer. Give a name to this report and select the transaction on which we want to build this new report, consignment inwards. So it will show up all the fields that we have already for this transaction. So I can queue consignment date, I can pick up another field, consignment number, select party, the supplier, and you must create a new field, call that field. Now you have an option to do a group by on any of these fields, an order by. You can get the totals for any of the columns. You can show a summary kind of report on that. Let me just save this report. Now we need to provide access to this particular role, this report to this particular role. So I select this role and I drag select the report and say save. Go to the reports, the report list. It shows up this new report and all the columns that we have created. So likewise, I mean, we can at the runtime as well, when you're generating the report, you can give a condition based on various parameters. These are all input parameters on which you want to generate a report. So what we have seen is how quickly we can configure the whole application, the modules, the transactions, and define a lot of reports using Design Studio. So we have built a whole lot of reports out of this Design Studio for this particular company. There's some pre-canned reports, the stock reports, receivable reports, the payable reports. And then there's audit trail feature where you can look at how each user has been keying in, what kind of operation he has done for this particular transaction, whether he has added it or modified it at any particular date. Various charts, they're all again configurable. You can define the charts on x-axis, y-axis,